Greetings, mortals. I am Nates, one of the rulers of the underworld, or specifically the ruler of Manga Hell. And today we will be reacting to the newest chapter of Four Knights of the Apocalypse, chapter 66, titled The Assessment. So yeah, my apologies for the little bit of a delay on this video, but I just needed to get my thoughts on this chapter ready before we will be reacting to it. You know that's how that works. In short version is we'll be discussing a lot of the things in this chapter. So yeah, anyways, we start off with this chapter with an actual cover page of Gallant and Malaska there, and I'm actually kind of getting like some since flashbacks here, because Gallant and Malaska, had this kind of character trait where Gallant was very like, even though he was the older one, and you think the more mature one, he was actually the more battle hungry, the more childlike. Hell, Malaska even said, I can't waste time babysitting you," and she was more stoic. And here it's actually like kind of a resemblance of that. Although I do have to admit, saying here that having the black background with Blanska's hair now being this black color with his and Golan's horns also doesn't really work that well, but whatever. So it's a fun little scout page. So anyways, then we cut to what I can assume is where Arthur's main palace is in Camelot. It's difficult to say because we just see like a holy tower that seems to be next to a mountain with some fog over it, and then we cut to Arthur talking to Mortlach, I think his name was. So yeah, I'm guessing this is where Arthur resides in Camelot. So yeah, anyways, then we get a bit of a reminder or telling us who Galan and Melaskila are for those people who haven't read Saturday Sins, because there's a bit of a question about how much can you know if you don't read it. So here we have a bit of an assessment where we have Arthur saying, Galant and Malaska, the supreme rank demons, members of the Demon Lord's Ten Commandments. Their great powers laid waste to Camelot. They even brought the Saturday Sins to their knees once, referring to earlier in the story, when they were, threats and not just, measuring sticks. Or people, or unredeemed demons, because let's be real, most of the Ten Commandments got redeemed. So yeah, we get a shot of them of how they look in the beginning with Malaska's previous hair design, and also she's for some reason like sitting like kind of seductively there. I don't know why, but fine. And also Galant about his overdrive state, which actually I've looked at and I remember that the Galant was in his overdrive state, so we'll be talking if he actually can go into overdrive state later. But yeah, regardless, then we have Mortlake, the guy who came for Ironside when his mission failed. Being there, he's like, I failed to see, my lord, why we had granted those monsters power again. As Arthur explains to him, well, now that they belong to us, they are reliable firepower, no? So yeah, pretty much just firepower, nothing else. As there we have Arthur saying, and also this is atonement for all their past deeds. 16 years ago, they transplanted upon the human race, and now they'll sacrifice themselves for our cause. So yeah, pretty much like what I feel like most people expected, the Galan and Malaska were just gonna be used as like pawns for Arthur's deeds. Which again does make me kind of wonder if they can constantly bring them back, or if it's just like this is the only time they're able to. But regardless, we have then someone speaks like King Arthur. Galan and Malaska are preparing to battle, as now Arthur's getting a bit more interested, as well as Mortlex there for some reason. Now I'm not sure if there's some kind. Now the fun thing is we actually don't see Merlin in this chapter, so I am curious about is Mortlex just someone that Merlin is impersonating, or more like someone that Merlin came up with to keep like to see what the ranks amongst the Knights of Chaos are doing, or is Merlin the one who's actually the assassin to remove Bartra? I'm not sure. It's just weird that we have Mortlex here and no Merlin. So yeah. Anyways, then we see like one of the vampires. I think was in a side story. I know he reappeared, and I do think we get his name later, but I can't remember right now. as he's like relaying the news to Arthur, and we see how they're watching. Like this bat is like the one who's actually being kind of like the camera to Arthur's TV. As then we have like I'm gonna say, I'll be like, who will they fight, Meliodas? As then we have this about be like, well, about that, perhaps Leonis is short on unholy knights. It's just a group of 4 boys, or no, 1 girl amongst them. Which kind of funny that he actually corrected himself on that. I'm guessing it's because of Gawain's haircut. As then we have more to be like, no, 3 boys. Is that Alpha's like 3 boys, 1 girl. Their connection to 4 knights is immediately there. As then they get like a close-up image of that, of those 4. As one of the, I'm guessing the Morton is screaming this like, the 4 knights of Apocalypse. So they're all get together now. As then we get a shot of all the 4 of them there, as now they're ready to fight Melska and Gallant. As then we see this bad creature be like, these kids are really the Knights of Prophecy, destined to destroy Camelot? It's thinking to himself. As then we got a shot of Gawain, as this bat's like thinking to himself, And then we see this bat, which I think it says his name Olonde. As this bat Olonde be like, all panicking as he gets bites and everything on sweating. As I'm guessing Alpha's like, what is it, Olonde? Yeah, he's like, as he get close up of Gawain, as Olonde's like, is that Lady Gawain? What is King Arthur's niece doing amongst them? So yeah, I guess now we get confirmation where Gawain hits on the family scale, and according to Olonde, Gawain is Arthur's niece, aka she is the daughter of Arthur's brother. Which is fine because I didn't take Arthur's brother to be anywhere near that power level, but I guess that's something to know. Then we get a shot of Arthur like having the big eyes as Mordor is like twitching a bit as they looks to confirm it. As Arthur just covers his eyes, as Mordor's like, I feel your pain, sir. Which I'm thinking this is just him trying to be like comforting Arthur to beat this shock. Shocked. Because I don't think this mostly does have it does have someone like that is in a similar situation as this. Or maybe he is, I'm not like sure. Like the thing about Mortlake, like I never really viewed him like a major knight, kinda like I view him more like Talisker and the Dark Talismans, where yes, we know his name and his design is unique enough to point that it will stand out, but I never thought he was gonna be like on the same tier as Pelgard and Ironside. Which, to be fair, there's no confirmation that he is or what even he is. Like he could again just easily be Merlin disguise whenever she wants to confirm everything's loyal. But it's just kind of weird. It's just kind of funny to have Motek be there. Although maybe Motek is just gonna be like the more comedy-centric character of the Chaos Knights, I could always see it. But still, again, the fact that he kind of cowered by Ironside is kind of making him look doesn't really make him look very intimidating at all. So yeah. Anyways, then we have Arthur just laughing. We realize he's actually just laughing. As big as he like stumps the floor over as he's laughing. As Arthur just says while laughing at loudest scream like, that wild stallion? Seriously? Because I had my doubts, certainly, but she's one of the prophesied 4. So yeah, in case you were wondering, yes, Arthur was aware of Gawain. It's just that there's no way to confirm it. Like he probably saw the magic and probably thought, like if it's Sunshine, which again still wasn't confirmed, but I feel like it's very likely that it's Sunshine at this point. I don't think he would be like all that. I think it was not difficult to really confirm. Like gold colored magic could literally just be gold magic for God's sakes. But yeah, we all see this is his reaction to Gawain. As then we have Arthur finally calming himself down after laughing his ass off a bit. He's like, oh, my sides. Yes, as long as the vision belongs to them, they are they are a step ahead in precious intel and maneuvering. But that will end today, as we finally get confirmation that yes, they are indeed after Bartra's visions of magic. And then Motorbik, where are you going, my liege? As then we have Arthur be like, to assess them, as he's leaving there, as we actually get confirmation that Arthur still doesn't have his hand back. Like, I think previously it was always covered by cloak, but now we see that he actually is without an arm as he just leaves the area. And more is like it's just gonna be standing there as well. So yeah, anyways, then we have some random holy knights that would be like, if Prince Tristan and Sir Lancelot are together, no doubt about it, it has to be them. Oh, then we get another shot of all four of the knights' faces there, which, fine enough, Lancelot has the alongside Gawain, Lancelot has like the least serious expression on his face, which kind of funny because in fact he's using more like chill, serious guy of the group. So yeah, anyways, then we have uh, Galant cracking his neck. He's like, I am sorry, you said you were here to crush us. Which, to be fair, is true. Like, I don't really get why Galant and Malaska wouldn't be overconfident here. Is there Malaska also, like, kind of weirdly posing on top of it? Like, I tell you, the less a fool knows his place, the harder it is to deal with them. Kind of surprised they still have these statements though, because the phone goes in asking and all that, and they literally got a flashback last chapter, so I'm not sure why they're saying stuff like that again. Maybe they again are not that impressed by them so far. Although by the end of the chapter, I feel like they should be more impressed to take them more seriously. So anyways, you have Galan like, "Ha ha! I fully agree." So yeah, they're all on the same page there. And then we get a shot of them all, like kind of a tension shot, as we have them all facing each other. As then we have Galan like they're in the air, as flying, and that weird thing around Melaskala. And then we see all them preparing to strike. As we see Gawain having a sword out, and Percival getting ready to pull his sword off. As in the next panel, we immediately cut to uh, Galan just slamming the floor and everything, blasting them all over. But like blah blah blah, crack crack. And then we see Malaska saying that one of that weird thing that's flying around her in the air and crashing everything. Then we get a bit of a shot of how much destruction that is, and again, it's a very significant destruction that I'm sure did kill a few humans. Like, there's no way this couldn't kill humans. Is there like the building being crushed and destroyed and annihilated and all through? And then we have Galan saying, "Oh, I felt two of them. What about the other two?" So yeah, now we get a bit of a more power scaling measurement for us to be aware. Anyways, we have a bit of a wide shot as then we see that Tristan was actually able to avoid dodge Galan's attacks by going into the air with his wings. As we have even more information, as we have Tristan saying, "Percival, Lady Gawain," because he's in the air and saying that. So we can very easily say that it was those two who hit. As they were Alaska appearing behind Tristan, she's like, "Shouldn't you be worried about yourself ahead of them?" Which is true. As then we have Tristan immediately turning back, as then we see that weird thing going around Tristan, as Melaska uses Cage of Darkness. As then we see that cage that we've seen multiple times in the 7 since closing up, and this time, unlike the previous one where it was like a bit more of like a black ball, here it's like a weirdly shaped bungle of human flesh, like a nose, mouth, eyes, and it just looks disgusting, honestly. As it actually kind of like literally looks like it ate the Tristan. As there we have Malaska saying, not even Meliodas could escape that dark space easily, but by aiding chaotic force, it can now consume anyone's body and soul in just 30 minutes. This doesn't confirm that Malaska and Galan are stronger than they were in the 7 Saints, but it does confirm that they got some unique tricks with their chaos powers. Like this time, like I think previously the Cocoon of Chaos couldn't really do much except keep you contained because the soul thing that she did a few times was a different spell. So here it confirms they can kind of remove it. And here's although I feel like the 30 minutes thing is kind of like a weird addition, like 30 minutes, like oh my god, I'm gonna be dying. Or is it like maybe it's supposed to be like more like a torture thing, but still saying 30 minutes is not that much of a boost, honestly. So yeah, anyways, there we have Galan saying, Mela, where did the last one go? Because Gonzalo isn't here. Then we get a shot of Malaska's ass, which is immediately safe. Give me a minute. Yes, safe, like it should be. And then we have Malaska looking down and she's got angry at him. He's like, Galan, behind you! And she points it to him. As then we have Galan looking at he sees Lancelot like he avoided his attack. Like As I was like, how did you avoid it? Because he's a bit surprised by the fact he was beast him and all that. As then we have Lanza just being all smart. He's like, look ahead of you. And then Galan's like, and she takes him seriously. He looks ahead. And then we see Gawain actually standing there. And then we get like one of my favorite shows of hypocrisy. A hero there walking and she's like, I am invincible. I am the strongest. Because as we all know, a hero doing stuff like this is totally fine, but a villain doing stuff like this is totally not fine. So yeah, we see Gawain standing there, just charging forward, like a yeah kind of spears from all their shock. As then we have Gawain be like, "How wonderful! You still defy me, even after taking a strike. Now I can rest until I make mincemeat of you." As then Gawain uses full sin smash, and he just starts to punch Gawain as Gawain's like I care, as then we see like a bunch of damage around her. Now I'm not sure if these things actually do damage to Gawain or if they're just like like you hear but it doesn't have anything. Judging by Gawain's words right now, it does seem like it's doing nothing. But again, I feel like they might. So let's talk about not the end thing of 7 to the end chapter. And with there, Malaska looking dodge like perhaps we're out of practice? All this effort to squash a few mice. So again there's a bit of a question in how powerful they are. So now Malaska is like wondering if they might be a bit weaker or less or a bit not not in the alright, we might be powerful but we're not exactly like movable, like maybe they're a bit rusty is what I think Maska is thinking right now. As then she looks at the cocoon, as then she sees the one of land of Tristan's swords coming out of it. It's like what? As we also get a bit of a butt shot, but not really that good, which is honestly a bit of a weird butt shot considering how Melaska's outfit is usually portrayed. As then we have Tristan saying, "Enchanted heavens, lightning." As then we see Tristan cutting through that cocoon. As we also see him like cutting a bit of Melaskala's arm, she looks at her angry as just like, "You will never defeat us." Which is alright, but I still feel like there should be a victory for those two because again, I really do not think Fortnite should be able to defeat Melaskala and Galan, especially if they're more powerful than they were before and not weaker. So yeah. Anyways, then we get Trisha giving a speech, which is the reason I'm not giving him the Spas voice right now. And in this chapter, then we see like a bit of a destroyed building. As then we see him saying, "Why? Because we were chosen." Then we see a bit of a rain. We see a bank of Meliodas. Then we see Lancelot. Then we see a Percival on the ground, which makes me think the Lancelot is looking at where Percival was sent flying to, which I just confirmed to be the weakest. As then we have just saying, "To shake away the darkness that threatens to cover Britannia." Then we see Percival clenching his fist. As then we see Percival just having like a bunch of chibi, and then we get the final page of the chapters. We have Percival on the floor with a bunch of chibi Percivals, like a giant, tiny, and just a bunch of them all over appearing around him. As Jen says, "We are the hope of the land." As then we see Percival looking at it as he's a bit of blood's coming from him. Not sure what exactly is going on here. Maybe some people theorize that maybe it's that now the four knights are by Percival accepted the same way how his previous body was accepted with Anne, Donnie, and Ozion. So now they are also gonna be affected. So their hope or their desire is so overwhelming that now even Percival is getting stronger from that. But I'm not exactly sure. So now, before we go into what I think is going to happen next, let's talk about a bit of power scaling, if you may. So, as I mentioned earlier, Gallant was in his overdrive form before he, transformed. Before, when he was a stone and came back, he was in his overdrive mode. Now, the thing is, his current form seems to be a completely different body. Like, not only is it what I think is 3 times bigger than it was before. Not to mention there's no spikes and all that stuff. Uh, so the body is a bit more on a different, does look different. So I'm not exactly sure if we can count that overdrive as something that's active and now is constantly active, or if that could, just be something that he could still activate. Like, man, also remember, Malaska did get like a new extra thing on top of her normal power set with the cocoon. So I would not be surprised if Galan still has the overdrive. It's just that it's not, active like it should be. But then we have, but again, I can't exactly say for sure because there's no statement about it. So yeah, I have. So again, I can't say much on that for now. So maybe there is an overdrive, maybe there's not. As for Alaska, again, like I said, I really don't think the Four Knights should be these two right now. Like later in the story, I can see it, but right now I don't see it basically. And again, like these stuff they do, like Lancelot outpacing Saint Gallant, going taking Gallant's attacks, Trishan breaking the cocoon, which from what I could understand, some people say it's the Gallus powers that might be the reason, maybe it's something else, and calling Malaskla, and Percival coming here and being, well, not really doing anything against those two, but kind of recovering. It's not something I'm surprised by. Like I said, I feel like we're going to that thing when we have like the main characters dominating, but then the villains are like, all right, let's put our pants up. All right, you caught us off guard, but now we have our weapons and we're taking you down. Similar to similar to Palgat a few chapters ago. So again, I'm not. So this is not really like something I'm surprised by. But again, I'm kind of curious where we are heading here because I really don't want the Gallant and Malaska to be wasted again in the story. Like, even if they get defeated, I want them to at least remain so we get some development from them. Because Gallant and Malaska are one of the three who got, amongst the three who got the least amount of development and screen time. Let's be real here. Like, more often than not, they're just used to, like, show how powerful the Sins are. So I really would like if they get at least development. And in my opinion, it would be easy way to do. Like, we have the statement about how they don't remember stuff. We have the fact that Malaska was the only one alive as a snake. We have the fact that Malaska was always the Fae, and that's how we explored much. So, again, there's very easy things that could develop them. It's just I'm concerned about if we're actually gonna get it. Get it. Especially since Alpha is coming, so I could easily see this be like one of those cases where it doesn't matter for now. But again, I'm not exactly sure. Now, as for the next chapter, I'm probably assuming it's gonna be like a similar thing where they kick the two Galan and Malaska's asses. Maybe it's gonna be more like actual damage type of thing against them. Which again, I hope they at least like survive it. But or maybe like they are about to continue the strike and get serious, but then like Arthur shows up and says, "No, I will deal with this." And then maybe like one of them is saying it, but then like Arthur like immediately scares them. Like maybe he just his aura scares them. Maybe like he kills. I hope not, but he kills one of them. But again, I hope not. And says, "You two animals stay there," or something like that. Again, I'm not exactly sure. I just hope that like I really hope we don't get rid of those two already. That's my only concern right now. As for everything else, I am not sure. He could focus on the assassin who's going against Batra and reveal who that is. It could be I don't know. It could also be like a next chapter is gonna be more of a reactionary chapter, like what everyone else is doing. I mean, like it is a bit weird how Arthur Windmill is as well. So I am curious on where that's exactly gonna be, but we'll see. So, anyways, these are my thoughts on this chapter. I hope you like this reaction. I hope you leave your thoughts in the chapter in the comments below. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more videos in the future. And when that's it, I cannot wait to see all of you mortals next time. Goodbye.